Hello everyone and welcome to my Adobe After Effects tutorial. My name is TJ Style and I have been not making these tutorials for a very long time. I was spending a lot of time in Premiere, but I decided that I'll come back in After Effects and do some tutorials on this software. Okay, so I'm actually working on a new motion graphics and I wanted to talk to you all about motion blur and what exactly it is, how you can apply it onto your projects, and when will be a good time to apply it and when it will not be a good time to apply it. Anyways, this is a composition. This is a pretty big composition right now. I think it's almost, or actually this is bigger than 2K, and I've got some motion graphics on this. You can see some rings floating around, rotating, and then coming together to make one proper circle. Now at this time I think we should have motion blur, and to enable motion blur on a layer, you simply go down to your timeline and put a switch, I mean put a check on this circles icon. You can see this, it says motion blur. Yeah, put a check on it. By default nothing is going to be here, so I want you to go and add that circles on it. Now what motion blur does is, you cannot really see it right now, and I'm just gonna put this a little back. My computer may not be that powerful. I'm just going to go 33.3 just so you can see. Okay, now this is this is without motion blur, and this is with motion blur. So you can see really right now the way this thing just zooms in. And by the way, motion blur takes a little more power from your computer to render. Okay, so make sure you keep that in mind. And you can see right now we need to whenever you are enabling motion blur for a particular layer, you need to switch on motion blur for the composition as well. So we have like a switch on and switch off switch. You see that switch set? You remove the motion blur from the composition and you can see how crispy your rings are. Actually my rings are. And when you switch on motion blur, you can see how blurry they get. Now this is really good when you are working with motion graphics, but this doesn't come in handy when you are doing keying work. Keying, motion blur and keying, man, it's gonna bug the hell out of you. But really, when you are doing motion graphics, this is something that most of the beginners forget to switch on, and then they are just there, that everything is there. The color is excellent, the animation is excellent, but you're still missing that professional touch. Then you should probably check whether you have motion blur turned on or no. I'm just going to quickly give you a quick example. We're going to create a 720p composition, and I'm just going to take my text tool. I'm going to type something, say my name, TJ Style, right? Shit. TJ Style. I'm gonna increase the size, and I'm just gonna, I think, change the font. I think this one should do. And say that this is our awesome intro, right? I'm going to create a camera real quick and make this into a 3D layer. And say we are creating a very basic flyby effect. I'm going to take my position, take it all the way to back. Wait a sec. What the hell is this? And this is just a very quick thing that I'm trying to make. So basically we don't have any kind of background, we don't have anything. And now if I do a reset, you can see this is what it looks like, right? TJ Style, and then we can have like a basic push off like that, and this is how it should look. But if you enable motion blur on this, first we need to switch on the motion blur for the layer, right? And then we switch it on for the entire composition. So you can see this looks so much better. And this may not be like, it's only a matter of 10 seconds or actually 10 frames, but it really adds that professional look to your projects. And you can see that once again. And this is almost, I switch on motion blur at the end of my project. See friends, when you are working on a very complex project, let me just show you this. You can see how much time motion blur can take to actually we don't even have enabled motion blur right now. Actually, let me just go over here. You can see right now motion blur is switched on. If I was to render this is going to take a lot of time to render. I can see that one frame is going to get calculated, and it takes really a lot of time. So I switch on motion blur right at the end of my projects when I have created the animation, and now I just want to apply motion blur. So what you can do is, every time you think that that a layer should have motion blur on it, switch on the motion blur for that particular layer, and don't switch this guy on. Like, you keep this off and you only switch this on at the end of your project. So like this, you are enabling motion blur for the particular text, right, or for a particular layer, but you're not actually switching it on for the composition. So motion blur will not be calculated, but when you are done with everything, you have created a good texture, you made a good background, and all the other animation has been completed, etc, etc, has been done. Just switch it on for over here, and now you have motion blur enabled on all your different layers. So that's a good way to work with motion blur. Okay, I hope you understood what motion blur is in this video. Please subscribe to my channel, Tutorials for Graphics, and I will see you all next time. Take care, friends, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching.